Wanna go to the park? Huh? Wanna go walk at the park? Look at all shit in there? Oh? How about you? Wanna go to the park? Hello YouTubers, subscribers and friends, welcome to my channel. I am here at the park with Jerry. He wants to come to the park, but he is too hyped up. Come on. It is a gloomy day here in Arizona. It's chilly. It's almost 50% humidity. Crazy. My wife is like, text me this morning like, listen, I know you're gonna go hiking today, but it's a gloomy day. It's supposed to rain this afternoon. If you could take Jerry to the park and walk him around the park and get him all nice and tired. That way he could stay in the house all day and I have to worry about him going to the bathroom in the house. Because when he's at the park here, he goes to the bathroom 2-3 times. So, that's what I'm going to do. Walk around the park here. Because I don't like hiking in the desert in this kind of weather because it's really, really hard to see the snakes when it's this gloomy. So, plus I need a nice flat area to walk on for my foot so my foot can heal. See, feeling a couple of little sprinkles as it is we're walking. This weather is coming from California though. I don't know how people that live in this kind of weather every day put up with this stuff, because this is pretty depressing kind of weather for me, because I need the sunshine. I don't care for this kind of weather at all. Hey, come on this way. We're going to stay on the path. He is so excited when I bring him to the park. He starts whining like crazy. Look at that bird right there. See if I can zoom in without Jerry pulling me. What color is that bird? Can't tell. It's a big healthy bird though. It's got one of them mohawks. It's so hard to film with Jerry. He pulls me so much. So if you haven't noticed yet, or you didn't know from watching my videos, that I am color challenged. I don't like saying colorblind. I say color challenged because I have a problem telling shades of color. That's why I can't tell what color that bird is, because there's no sunshine to really give me a hint of what kind of shade he is. The woodpecker's up there somewhere. I can't see him. So that's another reason why I don't like hiking in the desert in this kind of weather, because I can't distinguish between sticks and snakes because they look so similar in shades of color in the desert, and it's dangerous to not be able to see where I'm stepping. Alright, Jerry. Wait a minute. You don't need to go scare that lady. He wants to go run up to her and smell her. So anyways, as the title says in the video, John the Landscaper update, he came to my house last night about 5:30 p.m. just as I was getting ready to eat dinner. And people are always asking me, is there anything new going on with John the Landscaper or Skittles or Mrs. Kravitz's house? And I don't have anything to report, but now I do. People that are interested in the drama. He came to my house last night. He was banging on the door. My wife was in the kitchen preparing my dinner, getting ready to give it to me. And I mean, pounded on the door so hard. And my wife's like, "Oh my God, what is that?" I'm like, probably the cops, because the cops are the only one that come to my house and bang on the door that hard. And when I went to open the door expecting to see the cops, I was completely shocked that it was John the Landscaper. So I stepped outside. He stepped down to the bottom of my steps, and I asked him, "So what's going on?" And he's like, "I need you to call Skittles for me right now." If you don't know Skittles, Skittles is Mrs. Kravitz's son. That's what we call him, Skittles. But he said him by his real name. I don't remember what his real name was. And I was like, "Who?" And he said, I need you to call Mrs. Kravitz's son right now. And he wasn't saying it in a nice way, in a nice tone. He was demanding me to do it. And I was like, yeah, no, I don't think that's going to happen, John. You know, you can't just come bang on my door and command me to call Mrs. Skittles' Mrs. Kravitz's son. And he's like, well, I need to talk to him. I'm like, well, you call him up. Don't you got his phone number? Because I thought he did, because they were, communicating with one another when he was trying to get his dogs back from John the landscaper. He's like, no, his phone number doesn't work anymore. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't got his phone number. And he's like, well, don't you talk to him? I'm like, why would I talk to him? I haven't talked to him since he borrowed tools from me. I had to take care of Jerry's business there for a minute. I had to switch locations. So anyways, I told John, so what's this urgency that you need to talk to Skittles for, that you got to come to my house and talk to me to get a hold of Skittles? He's like, well, I need to tell him to quit stalking me, or else I'm going to call the cops on him. I'm like, what are you talking about, stalking you? He's like, I got video of him sitting out in front of my house in that little car of his, stalking me. And I was like, when was this? And he's like, just last month. And I told John, I said, no, that's impossible, John. He's not even in Arizona. He's in Louisiana. And he's like, no, I got video of him and sitting in that little car sitting out in front of my house. I said, do you think there might be somebody else driving around a little MG? He's like, no, it's him. I got him on video, and I want to talk to him and tell him if he ever does that again, I'm going to call the cops on him. I'm like, well, hate to pop your bubble, John, but that's not Skittles, because I know for a fact he's in Louisiana. He's like, well, how do you know that? It's because he follows my wife on her Facebook, and he posts pictures every single day, and he's been gone since 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. So there's no way that he's here stalking you sitting out in front of your house. He's like, no, what's his Facebook? What's his name on Facebook so I can go see for myself? I'm like, no, I'm not giving out his Facebook account. He's like, well, I got video of him sitting out. I said, well, I'm telling you, you're wrong. It's not him. I don't know who you have video of, but it's not him. And he's like, well, who's living in that house right now? All I do know is he's not in Arizona. He's in Louisiana. And my wife has proof that he's in Louisiana. He's not stalking you, because he posts pictures every day on his Facebook, and he's following my wife, and she can see the pictures. And the dates that you're saying that he was stalking you in front of your house is not true, because I seen the pictures of myself of Skittles on Facebook. He's in Louisiana doing some kind of gay pride stuff. It's not him sitting out in front of your house. He's like, well, I need to know why he's stalking me. I'm like, the only thing you need to know is it's not him. So whoever's stalking you is not him. And then he's like, well, I'm getting tired of these people calling me on my phone and threatening me that they're going to turn off the electric and the water and stuff. I'm like, what do you care if they turn off the electric or the water? That stuff's been turned off months ago already. Right? And I told my wife, I'm like, why does he care? Right? My wife was standing behind me on the other side of the door. She didn't want John to see her. So then I told John, I said, John, listen, I don't give a damn what happens in Mrs. Kravitz's house. I don't care what happens with Skittles. I haven't talked to him since he borrowed my tools and didn't return them. All I know is he's in Louisiana, he's not here, he's not stalking you, and the only thing that I care about is you have a nice day, alright? And then I just turned around and went into the house, and my wife is like, what is wrong with that guy? And I'm like, I have no idea what's wrong with that guy. But apparently he doesn't listen, because last time I talked to John the landscaper, I told him, don't come around my house anymore. You're not wanted here. I almost didn't recognize him. He had a full beard. He looked like he ain't showered in weeks. And he was, I don't know who he thinks he is. I mean, he came up to my house demanding me to do stuff for him. That just doesn't work with me. You don't knock on my door and demand anything from me, because I'm not going to do it. Are you ready to go around another time? This is our first time around. You all peed out? I'm walking a little bit slower now. So that's the news, the update, what's going on with John the landscaper. I didn't think I'd ever see that guy again. And I don't know what's going on with Skills. Like I said, he follows my wife on her Facebook. I don't do Facebook. But I know he's not here stalking John the landscaper. There's that 63-year-old skateboarder guy again. That bird right there was just fighting with another dove. So after I walked in the house and John left, I talked to my wife. My wife was asking me questions like, what is wrong with that guy? Why does he care if the electric or the water gets turned off? I'm like, exactly, right? And why would the electric company or the water company be calling him, telling him that they're going to turn off the power? I've never had my power turned off, so I don't know how that system works. I don't think that the electric company calls you and tells you they're going to turn off your power or turn off your water. I think they just turn it off, right? And then when you go to flip the light switch or turn on the water faucet and nothing comes out, then you call them and ask them, hey, what's going on? And then they tell you, like, well, pay your bill, right? So it doesn't make any sense what this John the landscaper was saying. First of all, the water is not in his name and the electric is not in his name either, so why would he think that I would believe that the electric company or the water company would be calling him? It just doesn't make any sense. Not that I care, because my bills get paid and my stuff doesn't get shut off, so why should I care what's going on in Mrs. Kravitz's house? I don't. Why would I care if these companies are calling John? I don't. So, I don't know. I just thought that stuff was over with. Apparently, it's still going on, the drama between them two. But I do know that he's not stalking John. Look at this. There's so much noise going on in this cactus. Sound like babies in there or something. It's so loud. There's another one on the other side. Drama. Come on. Jerry spots some new doggies up there. There's a guy walking two dogs. What is it, Jerry? What is it? There was a giant rumbling noise in the sky, like rolling thunder. And the temperature feels like it's dropping like crazy. It's so strong.
Morning.
Morning, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Come on, come on. Let's go. That guy has been coming here every day. When I first started walking at this park, I would come every day, and that guy would be out here every single day. And birds. This is how they pollinate the cactus. Alright, around twice. Gonna go around one more time. Stop and get him some water at the bathroom, which is right over there. So that's the update for John the landscaper, if anybody's wondering. That's all I know. That's all that's going on. Hopefully that's the last I'll hear from that guy. Because I don't trust that guy. I don't believe anything he says. And I don't believe anything Skittle says. Both have proven to me to be storytellers. Dishonest, both of them. Well, we got around 2.5 times. It's 1.5 miles. It's starting to rain. It's starting to sprinkle right now. So I'm gonna take Jerry home. Clean him up before I put him in my car. Come on. It's starting to rain, brother. So, if you like these kind of videos, smash that like button. Don't forget to leave me a comment below. And if you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button. It don't cost you anything. It's free. Come on, Jerry. It's raining. Let's go. Get going.